Hi guys. So I look blurry today to me. I don't know why. Hopefully I'm not blurry. I cleaned all my lenses and everything's all good. I look blurry, but maybe not. I don't know. If I do, I apologize. So the affirmation for today is I am prosperity. I think prosperity. My act My acts produce prosperity, and I accept prosperity in my life. Uh, it's kind of like a whole bunch of affirmations in one, but it's all based on being prosperous and in every capacity. It's not just that you are prosperous or that you are prosperity or that you think prosperity. I mean, you know, you can have one without the other, but they're not going to be as effective. So it's kind of like encompassing everything, think it, look it, act it, do it. I mean, be it, believe it. Um, yeah, and accept it. Accepting is a big one. Matter of fact, my recent one has been I accept and expect lavish abundance in my life. So that's another good one. But accepting and expecting are keys. Um, the self-care card for the day is magnificence. It's own your magnificence. The world needs your brilliance and grace. That is a fact. I think I've said this, I don't know, 3 or 4 times this week. There's only one of you. And when you're gone, nobody can fill your shoes. And you know what's really funny? Oh my. I just realized I'm going to leave this out. And you'll see why. You will see why. Very, very, very fitting. And actually, this as well fits in quite well. So, the angel message for the day. This is like a warm blanket on a snowy night. It's called comfort. I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present. I love you, protect you, and keep you safe. Accept my love, allow it to dissolve your fear, and breathe into tomorrow. That is, I mean, come on. Isn't that like a warm blanket on a cold winter night? It's just like one of the sweetest things I think I've ever heard. Okay, I've heard a few sweeter things, but I won't be talking about those. Okay, the word of the day is serenity. Um, sorry, I was cleaning my glasses. Serenity. Serenity. Yeah, serenity, like peace, is a very good thing. Being serene, being calm, being quiet, just knowing that everything is working out the way it's supposed to work out, that it will work out for the highest good of all. Um, Giving it to God, giving it to the angels, and just knowing that everything is going to be fine. Seems like I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I don't know if I'm missing something. Anyway, okay, so the read. The read is very interesting. One of the thoughts that I had earlier was that this energy is so far removed from my typical energy that I think I have a hard time connecting to it. It not to offend anyone, but it's there's a lot of I've told you before that it appears very basic, very normal, like a nothing, a no big news spread kind of thing. And then I start pulling cards and I realize, ooh, there's a lot more here than I thought. Well, this one is similar. One of the things that I noticed, like right off the bat, is it's mostly minor arcana cards. And they have been this way for a while. Minor arcana cards are kind of like inner planets in astrology. You've got Sun, Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury, those planets. Short term effects. So it's kind of like, and a lot of it can be people thinking things or feeling things, but they're very fleeting. They're not, it's not something that stays for very long. And I think that might be what the problem is lately with the reads. Because I'm not used to fluctuating energy like that. Um, so the theme of the reading is very odd, and you'll notice that right off the bat. And the theme and the challenge are somebody thinking something. This is somebody who has something in their mind. They're thinking about it. And the situation is very strange. This person is thinking about not lying, cheating, and stealing. Okay, now think about that. Okay, the normal, average, everyday human being who is not a con artist or, somebody who's trying to cause problems for other people doesn't think, I think I'm going to try and go this whole day without lying, cheating, or stealing. They don't think that. So right off the bat, there's something weird here. The challenge to this is not moving on to calmer waters. So it's like this person is in a very chaotic situation or a bad situation. And they're trying to change. They're trying to change. Well, I don't know that they actually want to change. I'm using the word change here, but there's no cards up here that change. I think they want to give the impression to somebody or many somebodies that they have changed. And I think that's all it is. I don't think they have any intentions of actually changing. What I think they might be doing, well, we'll get to that. In the subconscious mind, this person or these people actually, oh yeah, by the way, if you are not sure what a collective read is, read the description below. It explains and kind of has like a disclaimer about discernment and, it's not a personal reading. This is a group reading. An energy within the collective. So this person has a lack mindset that they really should be focusing on. They should really be working on, but they're not. It's they feel like there's never enough. Even if there is enough, they feel like they're losing out. They're missing out. They're not getting their just due. They feel like they're a victim of circumstance in some way, shape, or form, and that they're not getting the same things that other people are getting. Um, and what that is kind of depends on the situation and what they want currently or what they see other people getting. Or maybe it's specific other people, because we do have a queen over here that they seem to be particularly focused on. The past, or the recent past, shows that there was some separation, and it wasn't time for a separation. So they were, I don't know if it was separation from a job, from a business, from a relationship, whatever the separation was. And I was going to dig into it, but I don't really feel like it's all that important to the rest of the read. Um, and then in the intention, it's talking about how they want to take somebody's ability to get what they need. I was thinking originally that it was their ability, like maybe they didn't have any ability, but it's the intention. So it's something they're doing to someone else or to themselves, but I can't imagine why anybody would want to take away their own ability to feed themselves, house themselves, clothe themselves. It's manifestation energy. It is creation energy. It's the magician, and he's upside down. And the magician is all about being able to create something from nothing, which I am a huge advocate for. Huge advocate for. I love I love taking some raw material or something and creating something from it. To me, that is just amazing. Like a garden, okay? If you're planting a garden and you plant tomatoes and you take those tomatoes and you can them and you turn them into tomato paste and you turn them into tomato sauce and you turn them into tomato what do you call it, pizza sauce, or anything like that. That to me that just thrills me. I know I'm weird, but that thrills me, and it thrills me over and over again. It thrills me every time I open the pantry and I see these tomatoes that were in the garden that now they're in jars, and then you know what I mean? So that is the magician energy. That is the kind of energy that the magician has. He takes a seed and he plants the seed and he grows a tomato plant and he nurtures it and he loves it, and the tomatoes grow, and then he takes the tomatoes and he processes them and he turns them into other things. That is creating something from literally nothing. The magician is that person. Well, this came up in the reverse, and it came up in the intention. So it would be similar to me living in a house, renting a house, and the landlord comes and says, I know you really like planting those tomatoes, but I don't want you doing it anymore. I want you to stop planting those tomatoes. You know, I don't like the dirt. I don't like the leaves. I don't like whatever it is. That's what that is. That is somebody trying to exert their power or their authority over somebody else who is doing something that they absolutely love and not paying attention to anybody else in the room. Not paying attention to anybody. Not saying anything, not doing anything other than planting their tomatoes, picking their tomatoes, putting their tomatoes in jars, and loving every minute of it. And you know what the best part about that whole process is? Is when you make that pizza and you make it from scratch and you use your own pizza sauce from the jar. It makes the meal so much better. And then the landlord comes around and says, you can't plant tomatoes anymore. That's what that card is. There is an intention to be a jerk, to squash somebody's enjoyment, to take away something from somebody because they don't want to see that person happy. That's what that magician upside down in that position means. So, this person is trying not to lie. They can't seem to get to where they want to be with with being themselves. There's something wrong. There's something very wrong here. Or there's something wrong with maybe their environment. I don't know. Their environment at this point looks pretty good, but when I start pulling cards, that might change. So, in the near future, we have somebody who is crying over spilt milk. But they're in regret, or they don't want to be in regret. That's what it is. They don't want to be in regret. So they're doing something here to try and avoid having regrets. Regrets about, oh, ow. Well, I wonder why she came up in the reverse. So that's connecting to this, I believe. So the regret is provider, wealth, security, stability, generosity, success, power, and I don't know. There's a lot of feelings here, like a lot of feelings, like depression, being totally, what do you call it? Like absorbed in your own emotions, like drowning in your own sorrows. So this is a person who maybe had intentions of being a provider, being a father, being somebody who took care of a family. But right now, they are totally stuck in their own emotions, feeling very worthless, and trying to push forward. They're trying to push forward. They're trying to do something that they haven't done in the past. But it's not looking pretty. It's not looking really good. The what to do category kind of threw me at first. It came up as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a very kind, very compassionate, very loving, very intuitive, very psychic. Um, she senses things. She doesn't really need a whole lot of, direction from people. She doesn't need people to tell her a whole lot of things. She feels them just naturally. That is just the way she is. She is gentle and kind and loving, and she cares about people and animals and those things that are around her. She cares about herself and her surroundings, and she notices a whole lot more than people give her credit for, because her intuition and her psychic abilities are heightened, and she actually functions off of that. Even if she doesn't say anything to those people around her, she functions off of her intuition. And when I asked about her, because I like to kind of get an idea of what's going on with the people in the read, because it makes things a little bit more clear. I got that in the past she was kind of stuck, kind of, just kind of waiting, not really stuck, not in a bad place. But not in a place that she really wanted to be. Currently, she is in this success energy. She's very now now let me say this. This is the what to do category. And the what to do category is the Queen of Cups. So whoever this reading is about, whoever this energy is about, that's what they're trying to do. It's not her that is this energy that I'm picking up on. It is actually somebody trying to be like her. It's almost like with the no lies, no cheating, and no stealing in the situation, and the magician up at the top, and the lack mindset over here, and it is as if this person is trying to copy this Queen of Cups. They're trying to copy her mannerisms. They're trying to copy the way she talks. They're trying to copy her essence. They're trying to copy the way she dresses, the way she does her hair, the way she looks. They're trying to become this Queen of Cups. I don't know who this Queen of Cups is, but they feel like, so they were in this state of postponement. They were like not moving, not doing hardly anything. Maybe while they were dreaming up this thing that they're doing. They yeah. So right now they feel like they're pretty successful. Like they are actually accomplishing copying this Queen of Cups. And they feel like in the very near future, they are going to be in very playful energy and they're going to be um, enjoying life, basically. They're not going to be in a lack mindset. They're going to be in this playful energy. There is somebody in this Queen of Cups energy or this person's energy, because I don't really think it's actually the Queen of Cups. Somebody in this person's energy who is clinging to the past. And I don't know if maybe that person that's clinging to the past was the Queen of Cups, or maybe they were with the Queen of Cups, or anyway, I don't know that it actually matters, but the outcome of this is that this person is going to be completely exhausted. They're not going to be able to maintain, uh, they're not going to be able to do this job or this thing the way they think they will. They they're actually going to tax themselves trying to do this. But it's almost like what they're trying to do is they are trying to uh, they're trying to mimic this person. They're trying to figure out what makes this person the way they are. They're trying to copy this person. They're trying to copy everything about this person. They want to know about the energy. They want to know how they do certain things. They want to know they want to literally become this person. That is what these people are, or this person, or this group of people, I don't know, are actually attempting to do. Like they have spotted somebody who they feel will be very successful, who they see the success that this person is going to have. They see the ability that this person has to do whatever it is that they're doing. They see that this person is very talented and works very, very hard. And they want to be this person. And they are working very hard to try and be this person, but not in a normal, idle type of way. Meaning, you there's somebody that's in the world that you idolize. You think, that they handle themselves very well, they run their lives very well, so on and so forth. They could be somebody in your family, could be an actress or an actor or a singer, or who knows. And follow along with it. Idols used to be a big thing. Yeah. I think idols, like, years ago were pretty big, and the there were certain people who just kind of had it. They just kind of had it all together. And those people uh, were idolized by people, and they were, copied by a lot of people. Well, this is very similar to that, but I don't know that this person, I don't know, maybe because the star is in the environment. So this person wants to be a star. They want to, yeah, they want to be a star. They want the money, the recognition. They want comfort, luxury, financial security. Um, They want practicality. They want creature comforts. They want domestic talents. Uh, but they don't have that. Um, they think that if they copy this person, they will have it. But they're having a problem with exhaustion because it's so far out of their normal self, so far away from how they typically are, that they're having to work very, very hard in order to try and accomplish this. But it is almost like they are trying to trick the universe into giving them something that they want, that they know is going to somebody else. And they don't want that somebody else to get it. They don't want there to be a celebration. This would be a celebration, a, you know, um, you're like your soul tribe, or it could also be a third party. Could also be a third party. It could be that somebody is, well, let's see. Let's see. Again with the star. They want to be a star. Lying, cheating, and stealing. And a transformation or a death, an ending and a new beginning. Deceptions, lies, deceit, cheating, theft of ideas, manipulation, trickery, pessimism. Yeah, and then they want to be the star. And yeah, they're literally trying to become this person. Like they think that they can fake out God, fake out God, fake out the universe into believing that they are this person and that the blessings should come to them because they know that they've been bad. They know they're not getting any blessings, they're getting karma, and they're trying to figure out a way around the system. So they're basically trying to fake out karma. They know they got stuff coming. They know that they're not in a position of celebrating. They know that they're not getting anything except for tired. And they're trying to become this other person so that the universe thinks that they're the one that should be blessed. So they're basically trying to take this person's life and blessings. And they're doing this on a mental level, possibly on a spell type level. Of course, a spell, you don't actually have to get out a jar and shove herbs into it or stick it in the freezer or anything like that in order to be a spell. All you have to do is have consistent, continuous thoughts that are focused on some aim, some outcome. And that, I think, is probably what's going on here. And maybe they don't know that they're actually trying to do this, but I think they do. I think they are well aware of what they're doing. And I think they're going to continue doing what they're doing because they're out of options. They have realized that nothing they do is going to stop this process, and they're going to end up tired, and this person who they're trying to take from, who they don't think deserves. See, and that's the thing. Who are they to decide who deserves what? If God decides that this person should receive something, and it's coming from God, then that person should receive something, right? So, how arrogant, how screwed up does somebody have to be to get in the way of that and think that they're going to fool God? They're going to fool God. They're going to fool everybody. That's how egotistical this person actually is. This is an egomaniac. Somebody who thinks they're more important than God. Could very well be a demon. Could very well be a demon. I'm thinking it's probably a demon. Even though there's nothing, really blaringly obvious that there is a demon, but this is a demon doing some scheming work. That's why I said I figured out that this energy that I keep picking up on is so it is so low and it is so bad that I don't relate to it at all. I don't have any resonance to this energy. So when I'm looking at it and I am trying to read it, I'm feeling very confused generally. Like the thought process or the ideas or whatever this energy is doing doesn't make sense. And that's how you can tell if you are in a bad energy, in a negative energy, in a demonic energy, is if you feel confused. Confusion, I think, is probably the biggest indicator of a bad spiritual thing happening. And people don't realize, they just think, I'm just confused. No, if you're getting mixed signals, if you are confused, there is something that is giving you that confusion, is sending you confusion. And that's kind of the energy that I get with these reads in the last, I don't know, week and a half, is like like somebody like somebody is not being logical. Like somebody is having a hard time keeping their mind in the right place. Maybe they're overloaded with emotion, because the Queen of Cups can be over emotional. Usually she comes up upside down. There are cups in the third party celebration type area up there. There's cups over here in the feeling bad. And then there's cups in the greatest hopes and fears. So, yeah. I want to see. I want clarification on that again. That again. This card again. This card. Yeah, so wow. Wow. Okay, so um judgment, inner voice, reflection, reckoning, clarity, self-evaluation. A lot of there's gossip, cheating, lack of support, isolation, solitude, and recklessness. And looks like there was an energy that made a decision, possibly this energy over here, this separation. I don't know if it involves this Queen of Cups. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Um, yeah, there's a lot of smugness, indulgence, hedonism, dissatisfaction, shattered dreams, loss, arrogance, gluttony, lack of inner joy, no fulfillment, being obsessive, being impatient, not being very stable, um, working, just being lazy, work without reward, um, wanting somebody else to do the work. Uh, so maybe that's why they're a copy. Maybe they can't come up with their own idea or um, their own, what do you call it, creation. And, and that's why they're doing this copy thing, because they have no creativity. They have no, which, no creativity, that would be another sign of a demon. A demon attachment. Uh, an attachment is when somebody has a demon that's like sitting on their shoulder and, you know, saying things to them, talking to them, influencing them. Instead of God talking, it's a demon talking. Um, and if that's the case, uh, yeah, a lack of creativity, that would be the thing, because creativity comes from God, not the devil. Uh, Hedonism, sexual problems, things like that all come from those things that I just read. All of that comes from the devil. So I would be inclined to say that this person, or these energies could very well be influencing this person or these people's lives. And these people may not even know it. They may not even have a clue about um, the energy that they're in. And that's a problem. That 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 needs some help. That means get rid of your uh, what do you call it? Get rid of your vices. Maybe go to church. Maybe talk to a pastor. You don't have to go to church. A lot of people are really freaked out by church for some reason. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You don't meet God in a church. You meet God in your heart. God and you have a relationship, whether there's a pastor involved or a priest, or whether it's in the four walls of church. You can talk to God any given time. And if you think you need some more help, then definitely reach out. If you think that you need, you know, a specialist. You don't, but if you think you do, then you definitely should reach out. God is there for everybody. And this copying business, this trying to manipulate business, this is not from God. This is not divinely guided information. This is not divinely guided energy. This is confused, kind of vindictive, kind of, yeah, it's kind of, it's very confused. It's, there's a problem here. There's a big problem. And anybody who's in this energy, I recommend that you get out of it quick. Now, I was talking about Neptune not too long ago, a couple days ago, and this kind of has a Neptunian feel to it, like having a hard time focusing on what is real versus what is illusion. And this screams illusion. And I would say, if you don't have any substance abuse problems, then maybe seek out somebody who can help, a counselor, therapist, or something along those lines. Because this energy is spending a whole lot of time doing something that it really shouldn't even be focusing on. What do you call it? Runes for today are interesting. We got Aries. Maybe this person is an Aries. Highly possible that this person is an Aries. Also highly possible that this person is a narcissist. And that is why they are doing this thing, which also has a demon connection. Anyway, Aries. Aries. Let's see here. Ambitious, independent, impatient, fire, red, cardinal, first, passionate, and impulsive. That was the first one that came up. Aries. The second one that came up was a witchy rune, and it is 1-4 romance. Love, relationships, harmony, soulmates, deep emotional connections, intimacy, desire, fertility, and luck. And that might be what's going on here. This person might be trying to become like someone else so that they can interfere in their love relationship. Instead of being an independent person with their own things, their own self, they're actually trying to interfere with a relationship that is already started or is already, or is getting ready to start. Maybe two people have met. That third party thing kind of shows that, that would be cheating, being reckless. So it could be somebody who's actually married and they're trying to interfere in somebody else's relationship. Yeah. The last rune was 333, and that one is divine presence, protection, love, trust, faith, manifestation, positive energy, and spiritual awakening. Um, and then the Black Moon Astrology card for today is Grand Cross Provoker. Oh my goodness. And this is the Provoker card. So, maybe this person is provoking. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. That was Helen Keller. The Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. A rare astrological configuration, the Grand Cross, also called the Grand Square, occurs when four planets form a perfect cross in the skies. These planets are around 90 degrees from each other, meaning there are four planetary squares 90 degrees apart and two planetary oppositions 180 degrees apart. Squares in the astrological chart cause tension and restriction. Oppositions as well are seldom soft aspects. They come with the pressure to grow and the will to exceed any limitations put in one's path. But the Grand Cross is the most rare and intense of all. In mythology, this alignment represents the four directions. The Grand Cross, also called the Cosmic Cross, is symbolic of the four seasons, equinoxes, and solstices, as well as the cross quarter days, indicating a time period when your life may seem at cross purposes. Usually, when the Grand Cross occurs, it indicates a crisis. Yet, through this calamity, there will be painful processes of growth, then renewal, and eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. Strangely, it is almost as if the planetary energies are in competition with each other. This may be rather exasperating and may be a rather exasperating time when you feel provoked and frustrated over booby traps that seem to have been set in your way. It's as if everything is working at cross purposes. You feel pulled in many directions. Such false leads and failed plans may leave you unable to produce concrete achievements. An area of an area to look at when the Grand Cross comes up is how you communicate. Are you communicating as well as you should? Are you abandoning a worthy project the minute it loses its shine in an effort to capture a larger, glossier prize? But more simply, is in your effort to accomplish more, are you juggling balls in the air? Did you notice as you juggle, if you are stuck in the same spot, that not much has been achieved? When this card presents itself in a reading, it suggests that there are multiple talents you are able to access, as well as numerous paths for you to take. Focus and organization are a key. Until this matter phases out, expect resistance, since opposition is the main energy field of the Grand Cross. Once on track, the momentum toward the attainment of what you desire will be impossible to stop. It mainly has to do with a shifting of energy and switching into gear. In regards to relationships and love, they will have a faded quality. You will not want to let go of a person no matter how hard it gets. There will be sacrifice and compromise with this relationship, and it will be one where you may want to bump your head against the many walls that seem to fly up out of nowhere. You are being challenged, and if you do not weather it out and see what the future brings, you will likely always regret letting this relationship go. If the question is about business or career, know that it will happen and it will be hard. You will have to be willing to walk the miles. Diligence is required. What is positive about the Grand Cross card is you are becoming more realistic and focused. You won't be attracted by so much glitz and glitter, but looking more towards stability and long term success. A good thing to remember is that it is best not to fight the hard lessons at this time. In fact, this is the period where you need to take stock of all that has brought you to this place. It is a time to draw upon your own strengths. In doing so, you will move from uncertainty into a place of peace and contentment. The Grand Cross card in brief: frustrations, being overwhelmed by the reality of situations, balancing things out, analysis, paralysis, unreadiness to move or act, the mulling over of matters, building a foundation, keeping an eye on the prize, identity crisis, focusing on self worth, initiation, needing to act, poverty, the need to scavenge, hard luck, not being given a break, focus or direction, focus, earning trust, implementing change, the need to be more flexible, encountering resistance, time for healing, time for reasoning, feeling hurt, victimization, feeling misunderstood, a realistic look at the future, going through the motions, an unfavorable time to act on impulse. The corresponding tarot card is the Nine of Wands, and the key ideas are pressure, discipline, frustration, growth, defensiveness, competition, and victory. Yeah, and that would explain why somebody's trying to literally crawl into somebody else's skin, because they're trying to avoid the hard stuff in life. You know, maybe this other person, maybe this Queen of Cups has done these things. Maybe this Queen of Cups is a tough cookie. Maybe she is doing what she needs to do when she needs to do it, and she is reaping rewards and benefits. And unfortunately, this other person isn't seeing that she is going through the same difficulties, the same challenges, the same hardships. She just doesn't whine about it. Highly possible that that's what's going on. But you can't be somebody else. You can't be even close. There is nobody close. There is nobody close. Once the person that you know and love is gone, that's it. It's over. You will never replace that person. You won't replace that person in a mate. You won't replace them in a sister. You won't replace them in a mother. They're gone. That's why you can't screw up. You can't screw up when you meet somebody and you fall in love with them. You have to cherish that person. You have to love them unconditionally. You have to, you know, you have to like really focus on what you're doing. You have to really focus, and you have to be very clear and very concise about what it is you want. If you are confused in any way, shape, or form, something's wrong. And it doesn't mean that you'll never be in love. It just means that that's not the person for you. That isn't your person. But if you think that is your person, you don't want to be wishy-washy. You don't want to be not doing everything you can do to keep this person in your life, to love this person, to pamper them, to give them whatever it is that they need. And know, if regardless of what you're doing, just know when you look at your person during the day, during the evening, on the weekends, instead of looking at them and thinking, God, what a pain in the ass you are, or what a jerk you are, or why can't you be better than you are, you have to look at them and think, if I lost you tomorrow, I'd never be able to replace you. I would never be able to replace you. You would be gone until I went with you. So these third party situations, I kind of get a third party vibe off of this. That's confusion. That is total confusion, and there's something wrong. So love your person, and love them with all your heart. And if you don't love them, then don't play with them. Don't be in their energy. Don't be, because eventually they'll figure it out. They'll know that you don't love them, and it will be very painful for everybody. So, what's the old song? Love the one you're with. Don't love the one you're with. Love the one you love. Find the one that you love, that you cannot live without, and do not let go. Make sure that you cherish them completely. And that is how you live a happy life. That is how you avoid all this confusion and icky feelings and third parties, and this is not okay. This is not okay, and nobody comes into this life saying, "Oh, that's the life I want to live." The life where I'm confused about who I love. I treat them like crap. I leave them willy-nilly, and then I come back and I decide that I want to be with them again, and then I leave them again. And yeah, no, nobody says that. Nobody does that. And if you're doing that, you need help. You need counseling. You need therapy. I don't know why I'm picking up on this energy. I don't know if it's the person who's doing it, or if it's this poor Queen of Cups over here who's being pulled in many different directions energetically. But yeah, I don't think it's actually the Queen of Cups, though. It's this person who thinks they need to be like this Queen of Cups. So this person has issues. And if it's you, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for being so judgmental. Love and blessings.